Hello friends, myself Vikas Shakya and today we will be discussing about the MVC applications and how we can use the AngularJS with MVC application. So this will be a very small demonstration that how you can use the AngularJS things in your MVC application, but don't expect that this would be an AngularJS class. This is not a playlist for the AngularJS specifically. The prerequisite is that you must be aware about the AngularJS first. This is not specifically to AngularJS. This particular video and few more videos will be coming here. So these videos are specific to the AngularJS and MVC, right? Not specifically to AngularJS. You must be aware about the AngularJS first. Okay, so let's start and first create one project, an MVC project. So ASP .NET Web Application, just choose it and just go for test Angular with MVC. I've given this name. Okay, so choose this one as usual for creating the MVC application. It takes some time on my PC, so please bear with me, or you can just move your video for a minute or so because it's a bit slow on my system. It's hell lot of slow. It usually takes more time when I'm creating a video. Okay, so it should be with us now. Okay, so this is my test Angular with MVC application, and I'm just going to show you a very simple use of AngularJS with MVC. So first of all, what you need to do, I'm just going to show you all the things on the front page, that is this page. Inside home, this is index.cshtml, and you're already aware that when you just run your application, then by default your index.cshtml page will be open. So let's see, just compile it and let's see if it is fine or not, if it is working fine or not, and then we will start updating it for the AngularJS. It's very much slow like hell, and it becomes too slow when I'm recording something. And okay, so it's working fine. So you know already that this page is index.html. This was the page which was visible in the form of an HTML page, a web page. And this index.html uses a layout, and this layout is available inside the shared folder inside this layout.cshtml. Okay, so in this CSHTML, you can do the changes, or better would be that do the changes in index.cshtml. Okay, so just include in layout.cshtml, in the HTML tag, just give ng app. So this is the tag, this is the property related to the AngularJS, right? So don't give a name. We don't need to give a name here right now. We are just going to create a simple application in AngularJS with MVC. Okay, so just write this that it's a application is specific to AngularJS. Okay, so here you have specified it, and index.html you can just come here and just you can give like you can just give like this: input type is equal to text, and then ng underscore hyphen model input data. So what is this input data? I'm not going to explain these much because I am expecting that you already know about the AngularJS. Alright, so if you know about the AngularJS, then you might be aware that what does this do? ng model is basically specifying the name of a variable kind of thing. It's a kind of variable that you will use on your page. Okay, so if I have to use it, output, it's, if you have to do the output, then you need to use this way: double brackets, curly brackets, and provide the name of your variable which you have provided in your ng model. Okay, so now what will happen, that as soon as you will type something in this text box, the same will be updated in the on the web page in front of this output heading. Okay, that will be updated immediately. You don't need to push any button, anything, because this is uh, AngularJS. So what will happen, like you might be aware about one property of the AngularJS, that it's a two-way update. It provides a two-way update. Two-way update means anything which is available in the model that will be reflected on the view immediately, or you can say anything which is in the controller, any changes that are notified to the controller or any changes inside the model, that will be reflected immediately to the web page, and vice versa. Means if you change anything on the web page which is associated with any text box, then in that case as well, that particular variable or that particular data in the model class, in the model object, will be updated automatically. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, so let's see what happens here. We are just opening this index.html. Let's see if it works or not. I guess you might be aware that it will not work. Those who have studied about these things like AngularJS, they might be aware about this, that there is something left as of now. Okay, so you can see that here it is showing just a simple text because it's not able to find out what is this angular bracket, or sorry, this curly bracket, right? So why it is not aware? Because we have not provided the link, the reference to the AngularJS library, right? So to provide the AngularJS library reference, we can go to the here, and you can just write, like on the Google you can search something like angular.min.js. Just search for it, and no, I don't think we should open this. You should open the second link, miscellaneous downloading AngularJS, angular.min.js, and there you will be able to find this link. And here what you can do, on the very first paragraph you can find it, like here is the script. You just need to copy this script and just need to paste it here. Before input data, just put it here. Okay, so now what it will do, it will just download it. As soon as we'll provide it, it will download it. Okay, and now you can build it. It is just referring to the script which is available at this. So it is not basically downloading, it is basically just referring to these particular libraries provided by this Angular. Okay. So if you have to download it, there is separate process, and you can, after downloading, you can just add a reference to your application just like you add the reference for other things. Okay, so now what we will do, if we do like run it, then what will happen, this input data will be available to you. It will be able to identify the symbols which are related to the AngularJS. Okay, so you can see that here it's not giving any troubles. It's not showing the string in, in the curly brackets. So whatever you will write here, that will be available immediately because it provides two-way updates. You know about the AngularJS, then it's a two-way update. So whatever you will change, that will be updated, that will be reflected immediately. So this is the very basic use of AngularJS in your MVC.NET application. Alright, so before we just wrap it up, I just would like to show you that how you can create a separate controller in your MVC application and how you can use it. Okay, so just go to the scripts, and here just add one general file, new item, and just select the general. Here it's general, Visual C# general, and then select for the text file, and here give the name test controller.js. Alright, so we have added the test controller.js, and here you can declare your application. My app is equal to angular.module. We are going to define a module. You must be aware about the hierarchy. Like module is at the top, and after that there are controllers. Okay, so we are first going to create the top level thing, which is the module, or you can say the top level object is the module. So we are going to create a reference to the top level object, that is the module, and I'm going to give the name as my app, and I'm not going to give any function array here. It's a simple array, so don't need to worry about that. Just place a semicolon here, and then use this my app dot controller and just write the name of the controller, test controller. I hope you know about the controller. Controller is something which process the request, which redirects the request for a particular kind of request. Okay, it redirects the requests are redirected to the controller when a particular request for a particular page comes or a particular data comes. So here I'm going to give the name as test controller, and as you are already aware about the MVC applications in .NET, if you are not, then you can go and check with the other playlist where I have explained about the MVC applications. So I've just given here the name of the controller, and after that you must be aware that inside the controller you must need to define the functions which will be mapping to the views, right? So here I'm going to just provide a function, and inside that you just need to provide the scope variable, and here you need to write something inside the scope. So $scope dot test value is equal to my test value. Okay, so now we are ready to show this value to our web page, to our index page. So let's go to the index page. First of all, go to the layout.cshtml where you have added this ng.app, right? Layout.cshtml, you added this ng.app here. Now here you need to give the name of the application. So the name of the application is my app. Okay, and then go to the index.cshtml, and here you just need to add the path to the script that you have added. And what is the name of the script? The script is controller, test controller. So just need to go to the layout.cshtml and just not layout.cshtml, index.cshtml, and just double click on it. Sorry, not double click, just need to drag and drop, and now the reference to the script has been added. Okay, so now you are ready to use the variables that you have defined inside the controller class. This is a very simple controller class that I'm using here. So just go to the test controller.js, not test controller.js, it's index.cshtml, and here you can write like, this is from my controller, and you can write like this. And what is from your controller? It's test value. So that's it. So as soon as your index page will be loaded, the request will go to, like for test data, the request will go to here in this script. Okay, so this is the test controller, and I have not provided this test controller. I just need to provide this test controller reference as well. So you will write here like ng-controller is equal to test controller, right? So we have made it aware to the view, to the CSHTML, that the controller is test controller. The name of the controller is test controller. So you can go there, right? For any kind of such kind of request, you can go to the test controller class. Okay, and inside the scope, you can check into the test controller. Okay, so let's run it and let's see if it comes or not. Okay, this is from my controller and my test value, and this was the thing which I have provided, and this output is still there, right? So everything working fine here. Okay, so this was the value which I gave here, my test value, and that was printed, right? So this is the very basic use of AngularJS with your MVC applications. So practice it yourself, and in the next video I will let you know few more things about the controllers and its uses. Okay, so till then, have a nice day and bye bye, and please like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, so that would be beneficial for both of us, and you will be able to get the new things. Okay, so have a nice day, bye bye, and take care.